hang on a minute. Take it down?
Okay. You know, I'm still helping out, Paul.
What's that?
I'm still helping out.
Good.
You know, I was only like 12 years old when you guys started.
Yeah, I know it.
I'm 50 years old.
Hey, I'm going to be 70 my next birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
69.
Hey, you're on this side. You're in here. Look.
Take the picture. Press the button.
Wait a minute.
Press it.
Up a little higher.
Press it.
Up. That, right down. Left. Put it down low. Up to the side. Right there.
Yeah, that's for you.
Just bring it right up to the top of the front of the hip, and then the car slides.
Do you need?
He's gonna walk in front of the car. Make sure you're all set. Is there a second magnet going on this?
Yes, she's printing now.
Okay.
Guide it around. Right, left. Right, left foot, right, up, right. Right, left, right, left. Right.
It seems like it was just yesterday at the same time. Have you come to the parade before?
It's a long. You stay there now. Everything's moving.
So how did you feel when they said that?
Why don't you go stand in the middle of that real quick? Portsmouth is right there. You want to stand there?
Yeah, no, this is that. I see the door.
Alright. Do you want me to take your camera?
Was that the Irish festival?
All about squared away. Yeah. Oh yeah. We need it. We need it. You know what? I hate to say every department needs one of those places. Yep. But his Paul wasn't happy that you know he totally knew it. He always came over there and had to supervise his play on the phone. Right.
At this time, I'd like to invite Father Franco Laughlin to the town in New.
Tail, okay, cut. Rifle, shoulder, up. Colors, go.
At this time, I'd like to invite Father Franco Laughlin in the town of Newport for this chaplain to come and give a blessing of the great Jesus Christ this morning.
We remember the officers who have changed our lives, the men and women who protect us day and night, people we respect for their dedication to the cause, and when faced with danger, they never even pause. We remember an officer who always stood true, whatever the color of uniform, brown, gray, or blue. With pride and integrity, they serve to protect. For the giving of their lives, we offer our respect. We remember the officers who never really knew. People strong enough to answer the challenge are few. With heavy hearts, we mourn the officers in eternal rest. They are more to these people than the badge on their chests. We bless the 160 law enforcement in 2011 who died. Sergeant Shore and Sergeant Maxwell Burley. We bless the people who walk in this parade. May the Lord bless them and keep them. May the Lord's face shine upon them and be gracious to them. May the Lord look upon them with kindness and give them peace. And may God bless America always. Amen.
This time I'd like to recognize our local departments here from Aquidneck Island, ones from Providence Police. Thank you for your support and continued efforts to make this happen each year. It's important that we remember that in 2011 we lost 167 officers and they were killed in the line of duty. This is why we are here today, to remember them and to remember law enforcement officers throughout our nation. Mr. Shaw has been an integral part of this parade and all law enforcement officers throughout our state. He has been a citizen of concerns officer.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed, and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
At this point, I'd like to ask for a moment of silence for our fallen brothers and sisters. Thank you. I'd like to invite the New Jersey United Pipe Band to play Amazing Grace. At this time, I ask that all participants return to their respective marching units. We're going to begin the parade immediately. Thank you.
Oh. ended up ordering it online. It came in.
First year we had an enlisted judge.
Yeah, basically, we're gonna keep them. We're gonna try to keep them going down to the end, down to the roots. Some are gonna come up this way. Some are gonna go, but once they pass on the use, it's wind up.
30 years ago, they used to, 39 years ago, they used to have reviewers stand down there also.
Cruz and Bruce from 100 FM The Pike, Worcester's #1 for Classic Hits. Remember them for 20 years worth of Providence Radio as well. But we're pleased to have your company here today as we prepare for the day ahead. We'd like to start by focusing your attention on the 167 law enforcement officers that will be added to the Law Enforcement Memorial in Washington, D.C. Last year, we paid tribute to 11 officers just here from the Northeast. And we're already on pace in 2012, I'm sorry to say, to surpass that number with the increase coming in the form of violent crime fatalities. And this year, the officers being recognized for the sacrifice they made in the call of service include Lakewood, New Jersey Police Officer Christopher Matlows, Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife Game Warden Pilot Darrell Gordon, Massachusetts State Police Trooper Ellen E. Engelhart, Ocean County, New Jersey Prosecutor's Office Detective Tina Rambo, Mount Arlington, New Jersey Patrolman Joseph Wargo, and Newark, New Jersey Detective Michael Morgan. This weekend simply wouldn't be possible without the help of the committee and the support of local businesses that make this event a memorable one every year. We're pleased to announce, by the way, that due to fundraising efforts, we were able to invite back the Royal Canadian Mounties, the United States Marine Corps Silent Drill Platoon, the New York Police Brass Band, the Boy Scouts of America Band, as well as bringing in many new bands. We start on the parade lineup today in the Honors Division with the New Jersey United Pipe Band, the NJUCB, a group of pipe and drum bands from throughout New Jersey. The band is comprised largely of police officers, firefighters, while New Jersey Pipe Bands have always come together so that whenever the need arose, a more formal organization was created as a result of the terror attacks of 9/11 to cover the staggering number of heroes' funerals and memorial services. Let's move on to the Portsmouth Police, proud to be with us here today at Aquidneck. Next up, we welcome the Middletown Police Department. Chief Anthony M. Passari, the 9th chief in the history of the Middletown Police Department. It's a department of 41 that protects Middletown. And following the back end of the Middletown line, the Mobile Command Center, serving and protecting all of Middletown. And of course, when you're talking about Aquidneck Island, after you covered Portsmouth and Middletown, you got to talk about Newport. Welcome to the Newport Police Department. Chief Gary Silva and a patrol division of patrol officers to serve the public by patrolling the city with marked police cruisers, bicycles, motorcycles, and of course even on foot. The department's community police officer working cooperation with patrol officers. The Newport Police Department was the first police department in the state of Rhode Island to implement the philosophy of community policing. That was back in 1989. The unit has received national acclaim for its approach to problem-solving strategies and programming, which serve as a model for other police departments throughout the state and the region. Our proud crews serving the city of Newport and the Newport Police Department. Next up, folks, the family of Aquidneck Island law enforcement, float that carries the true power behind the badge. The children, the men and women who serve the Aquidneck Island community. Matter of fact, many future law enforcement professionals on board right there going by now. And coming in to join us next, a number of state and local politicians and dignitaries coming by to say hi with a quick wave.
My mother loves football. She does? Yep. She's Teresa, how are you, hon?
Good to see you.
You too. How's everything?
Good, good.
Good to see you. You too. Hi, how are you? Hi, Dan.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to welcome the Rhode Island State Police.
Hi, Teresa.
Hey, how are
Led
you?
by Colonel Stephen G. O'Donnell, Superintendent, Commission of Police Public Safety. He was sworn as the 12th Superintendent of Rhode Island State Police just this past May 9th. So actually, the Superintendent is celebrating his anniversary this very week.
How'd you like that parking garage? Was that fancy? I think it's really
Rhode Island State Police, by the way, was founded in 1925, and currently the State Police of Rhode Island have 233 members protecting us statewide.
Hey, did you bring your harp? Yeah. Good.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Rhode Island State Police. And next up, we welcome the Thompson Middle School Band. Principal Jim Crowley, and Assistant Principal Robert Campion, serving Newport students grades 5 through 8, providing quality education makes a difference in each student's life. The Thompson Middle School Band. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, the Providence Police Department. Police Chief Colonel Hugh T. Clemens Jr. was appointed just this past January to lead the department of 582. We remember Detective Sergeant James L. Allen killed April 17, 2005. And Sergeant Stephen M. Shaw killed on February 3rd, 1994. That is our Grand Marshal, Robert Papa Shaw. And he'll tell you, if you ask him, the reason he's called Papa is because he is father to all who serve and protect. This, of course, is COPS, ladies and gentlemen, COPS, Concerns of Police Survivors. Concerns of Police Survivors, Inc. provides resources to assist in rebuilding the lives of surviving families and affected co-workers of law enforcement officers killed in the line of duty, as determined by federal criteria. COPS provides training to law enforcement agencies on survivor victimization issues and educates the public on the need to support the law enforcement profession and its survivors. Each year, all right, now we welcome the pipes and drums of the Providence Police. Once again, Police Chief Colonel Huey T. Clements Jr., leading the Providence Police Department of 582 who service and protect for the state's largest city. As I mentioned a little while ago, a couple of sergeants from the Providence Police who we've lost in the line of duty. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take our moments for something very important at the moment. All right, folks, at this time, we would like to request a moment of silence for Sergeant Maxwell R. Dorley, the 41-year-old who was killed in a car crash just a couple of weeks ago on April 19, 2012, while responding to another officer's call for help. And next up, we welcome the Providence Mounted Command. Tara De Silva is the director of the Mounted Command, which is headquartered at the stable facility within beautiful Roger Williams Park. The unit is comprised of 6 officers, and there are a total of 9 mounts. Led by Chief Ron Dorr, they have a minimum staffing level of 1 captain and 5 firefighters on duty 24/7, keeping our community safe and being there when you need them the most. And they're closely followed by the Newport Fire Department. How about it? A round of applause for Newport Fire Chief Peter D. Cotterton Sr. Fire department is comprised of 99 personnel over a couple of branches, staff line protecting her boxes. Thanks to Robert Reed and his wife Jonna for their tremendous support of the Aquidneck Island National Police Parade, Middletown Self-Storage. Next up, we welcome the City of Warwick. The Warwick Police Department, led by Chief Colonel Stephen M. McCarthy. The Warwick Police boasts 207 officers protecting one of the busiest cities you'll find in this area. Thank you so much to the City of Warwick for coming down to join us for the parade today. Next up, from Woburn, Massachusetts, Chief Robert J. Ferrullo Jr., leading 79 officers since the inception of the department in 1847. They have been... All right, let's get ready for the Burgundy and Black at Tiverton Middle School. This is the Tiverton Middle School band led by Jennifer O'Neill. Your Tiverton Middle School band. And the parents of the Tiverton Middle School band members didn't have to worry about chaperones, because we have their own police department keeping a close eye on them from behind. The Tiverton Police Department, ladies and gentlemen, Tiverton Police. Chief Thomas Blakely, Tiverton Police Department, comprised of 28 sworn officers and 12 civilian support staff. Next up, as you see, North Providence Police coming in. Colonel John J. Whiting is the chief of this police department, which includes 83 officers for the city of North Providence, including the 3 we see here right now. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us. He said he'd rather be driving here than down Middle of Spring Avenue at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. All right, next up. How about the Ocean State Barbershop Comedy Chorus? A greater bunch of guys you could never meet.
Be the finest in the land. Is the newest in marching society and student conservatory band. Da 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 da. Here they come with the sunlight on the trumpet. Here they come with the band swinging hard.
The Ocean State Barbershop Harmony Chorus. Next up, folks, we welcome the Norwood, Massachusetts Police Department. Chief Bartley E. King, watching over 79 officers. The Norwood Police Department produces a cable program, in fact, called Crime Watch. Each month, Officer Paul Bishop hosts a riveting half hour of discussion and video presentations. Your Norwood, Massachusetts Police Department coming to join us today for the 29th Annual Aquidneck Island Police Parade. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome the WPRI Channel 12 weather vehicle. Is that my hero, Tony Petrarca, and his good, close personal friend, Michelle Muscatello. Vehicle driven today by Susan Tracy Durant, Director of Creative Services. Of course, you are looking at the Pinpoint Doppler 12 weather vehicle.
Come sit down here, bud. Good. How are you doing? Yeah, we're gonna. Okay, good. Thanks. Let's sit down.
Are you ready, folks? We're going to head to New Hampshire. This is the New Hampshire Police Association Pipe and Drum. Formed following the tragic death of New Hampshire State Police Sergeant James Noyes. Sergeant Noyes was shot and killed in October 1994 during a standoff in an armed barricaded subject. Since '96, the band has continued to grow and now has over 25 playing members from over a dozen law enforcement agencies in New Hampshire. The New Hampshire Police Association Pipe and Drum. Followed, folks, by some pretty tall, funny guys. It's the Tall Cedar Clowns. They came into existence due to their commitment to visit children's hospitals, to entertain sick and terminally ill children. Some famous Tall Cedar members include former presidents Gerald Ford, Warren Harding, Franklin D. Roosevelt, and golf greats Arnold Palmer. No relation, of course. If you meet a Cedar wearing a pyramid on his head, greeting, he's always glad to extend you the hand of friendship. He carries in his heart compassion. Next up, the Attleboro, Massachusetts Police Department, Kyle P. Higney, Police Chief. The Middletown Fraternal Order of Police Lodge number 21, coming to join us next, following on the heels of our Attleboro representatives today. Once again, Attleboro, thank you for joining us for the annual parade this year. All right, the floats representing the Middletown Fraternal Order of Police Lodge number 21. President James Bascom, Vice President Richard Pine Jr., Secretary Tiara Tarr, and the Treasurer Michael Nassif, if anybody's familiar with the name. All right, folks, make way for the Middletown High School Band, led by Philip Statzler. And a 2004 Ford Escape. Next up, we welcome the Massachusetts Fraternal Order of Police Honor Guard, ladies and gentlemen. Fraternal Order of Police is the world's largest organization of sworn law enforcement officers with more than 325,000 members in more than 2,100 lodges. No one knows the dangers and the difficulties faced by today's officers better than other officers, and no one knows police officers better than the FOP. Next up, we'd like to welcome the Dedham, Massachusetts Police Department, led by Chief Michael Doncheron. 58 sworn officers proudly protecting the city of Dedham. Next up, folks, the Connecticut State Police. 1,248 troopers headquartered in Middletown, Connecticut, composed of the Western District HQ, Central HQ, Eastern District, and each with 3 troops assigned per district. That's history and they've assigned me to Eastern. And take a look at this. I'm going to assume this is a real retired Connecticut State Police car. That's a 1971 Ford from the Connecticut State Police Department. One-socket police, they forgot their car, I'm sorry. Now here it comes, folks, ladies and gentlemen. The Woonsocket Police, proudly following in the automotive division. And I give the Woonsocket Police a lot of credit. Every time I go to that city, I get lost. A couple of antique fire trucks for you to take a look. Both privately owned. A banner there you see honoring the 75th anniversary of Officer Albert A. Lemoyne, the only Woonsocket police officer ever killed in the line of duty. He left behind a wife and 4 children. That's his daughter Angela and granddaughter Andrea riding in the fire truck. His granddaughter, as a matter of fact, now works for the Providence Police Mounted Command. And next up, it's time for Wires and Fires. They seek to promote and foster a spirit of friendliness and cooperation among members to learn the history and development of fire apparatus, to preserve historic firefighting equipment and display it at parades such as this, meets, and musters. No mustard for me, I'd rather have ketchup. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Wires and Fires. And the Wires and Fires to continue to pass us by. Representing so many eras of fire apparatus. We're seeing 1920s and 30s. (1934) General Motors fire assistance vehicle, followed by a big, hard fighting Mack. This Mack appears to be 50s era, maybe? 60s, okay. 66. Yes, now this is, now we're getting the fire trucks I remember when I was a kid, like in 1972 here. Great fire truck, and now we prepare for the arrival of the Rhode Island Highlanders pipe and drum. The Rhode Island Highlanders Pipe Band was formed after World War II in 1948 under the election of Pipe Major Debbie Kane, a piper who has been with the Highlanders since 1977. the Rhode Island Highlanders pipe and drum. And now a very special guest. We're proud to welcome back this year the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, ladies and gentlemen. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police is the Canadian National Police Service and an agency of the Ministry of Public Safety Canada. The RCMP is unique in the world since it is a national, federal, provincial, and municipal policing body. A police force of 36 sworn officers led by the Chief of Police, Ronald Sharon. Proud to welcome the Seacon Police to the 29th Annual Aquidneck Island National Police Parade. And following right behind Boy Scout Troop number 7 from Middletown. They meet weekly at the Middletown FOP Lodge number 21. Next up, the Newport Housing Authority. Here comes the Housing Authority of Newport. Elk Drug Awareness. The Rhode Island Housing strives to ensure all people who live or work in Rhode Island can afford a healthy, attractive home that meets their needs. And now the Rhode Island State Lodge Fraternal Order of Police Association. The RI State Lodge FOPA is a confederation of local FOPA lodges whose citizens and members work together for the purpose of increasing general understanding of the rights, duties, and problems of police officers, fostering public respect for those officers, as well as strengthening our comradeship with them, bettering the conditions under which they serve society, promoting their interests and welfare in every conceivable way, and being ever ready to render such lawful assistance as may be required by the inherent fraternal order of police lodges. Include American Providence Lodge number 1, World Lodge number 7, Westerly Lodge number 10, North Providence Lodge 13, Cumberland Lodge 14, and Washington County Lodge number 40. Now once they make a room for the Boy Scouts band, ladies and gentlemen. Your band directors Jim Barnett, Scoutmaster Brad Proxwell, and from Maybrook, New York, 35 kids between the ages of 11 and 22. Jim Barnett started the troop Scoutmaster until last year. He retired from Maybrook Police Department as chief in December 2010 after 34 years in service. Ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to Division B. The Haverhill, Massachusetts Police Department, proud to join us. Alan R. DiNaro, Police Chief, 97 dedicated officers in Haverhill. And I see the U.S. Navy coming through now. The Navy Federal Base Police, led by Major Bodell, 35 officers serving Navy Base Newport. Security Director Dave Scott, Committee Member Louis Duval. There's more from the Navy in just a moment, but first, we thought we'd bring a real Rhode Island tradition through now. How about the Big Nazo Puppets, huh? Thanks to Andy, Wayne, Mike, and the crew of A1 Catering for donating their time and equipment to the parade. Big Nazo is an international performance group of visual arts, comic performers, and master musicians who unite to create bizarre and hilarious larger-than-life-size characters, environments, and spectacles. Sounds like one of my family reunions.
We are intergalactic police officers working with local authorities. We've captured is still free.
I think I dated one of them when I was in high school. All right, folks, I promise there's more Navy to come, and it's just coming around the bend. Those Navy whites strike you. Look at the precision as the Navy Band comes our way. Folks, on the way in next, the U.S. Northeast Navy Band. The 45-member command performs over 500 engagements annually throughout an 11-state area of responsibility. Navy Band Northeast is recognized as one of the nation's finest military bands. They continually strive to define, realize, and maintain the highest standards of excellence in the military and musical communities. Next up, folks, the Fort Adams float from historic Fort Adams. Visit this engineering and architectural masterpiece to see where the soldiers lived, enter the casemates, explore the tunnel system, and climb the bastions for breathtaking views. And while you're at it, join me for the annual Fort Adams Car Show in the beginning of October. We have a ball with that show down at Fort Adams every year. How about the Blue Knights Motorcycle Club? I think we can find some time now for the Blue Knights, a non-profit fraternal organization consisting of active and retired law enforcement officers who enjoy riding motorcycles. In the spring of 1974, several law enforcement officers from the Bangor, Maine area met and formed a small local motorcycle club. The rest, of course, as they like to say, is history. Among the Blue Knight members, there are no strangers, only friends you haven't met yet.